Microphone check. You're listening to 3231 Nomad Radio. Nomad Radio. It is 7:17 p.m. here. You are listening to 3231. This is Nomad Radio. I'm Matt. Hi. How you doing? We are located right now at Smoky's in Knoxville, Tennessee. Smoky Cigars. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is Nomad Radio. Getting our act together, getting this back on the air. I appreciate your patience very much. My name is Matt. And you are watching youtube.com/3231. This is, it's been a little while, struggling to get things up and running. David, by all means, let me know how everything looks, sounds, if there's anything wrong. Your feedback is welcome, obviously. But I think we got this all taken care of. It looks a little different because it is a little different. I have a different setup, doing this on my own. I got the camera, I got lights, I got audio, I got everything, I think, set up, and I do appreciate the help from David, a loyal 3231 community member. Sounds good, looks good, excellent. Now, hopefully, at some point, it'd be cool to get Jamie back on here and a few more of our friends to join us. Eventually, got to get those numbers back up, which means consistently being here every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Although I have to figure out some ways to get word out to people so that they're aware. I can't access TikTok currently because I'm using my phone as the hotspot for the broadcast. But we'll eventually get that working. All in due time. Baby steps. But considering the past few months, like I said, struggling to get this back up and running, it's looking pretty decent so far. So, consider this to be a rebirth, a reintroduction of Nomad Radio and 3231. Again, my name is Matt. I am located in Knoxville, Tennessee, and this broadcast is brought to you by Smoky's Cigar and Gifts, tobacco and gifts, I should say. Located in Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm at the venue right now, using their space for the podcast, and eventually we want to expand this out to include an audio version, possibly on Spotify. It's all in the works. It's all in the plans. But yeah, we are, as far as social media is concerned, we're on Facebook, we are on Twitch. No, excuse me, not on Twitch. I apologize. We're on Facebook and we're on TikTok as well. You can actually go to 323.1, just like my name down there in the corner. that's pretty much everything. 3231. You can go to at 3231 on all my social medias, but the best way to do it is to go to 323.1, which has all of my links to all the socials, to merch. We have shop.323.1. David in chat, I will be waiting for Rebirth 3231 comic number 1 to be released in stores. All in due time. What I do, and you're welcome to go check out the previous episodes of Nomad Radio, is pretty much talk about nerd culture and also personal things going on in my life. And the idea is that we will eventually create content for our viewers in different areas. For example, sci-fi and role-playing games and video games, comic books, professional wrestling or independent wrestling. The pro wrestling is what they call that, as opposed to collegiate or Olympic wrestling sort of thing. But lots of different stuff, lots of different categories that we will be doing segments of. But the first thing, the top priority that we have was to create a general show where we can get the most important part, the interactivity with a live audience, and focusing on the main three factors, the main three pillars of 3231, which are entertainment communities: positivity, creativity, and community. So no matter how you want to connect on social media, whether that be Facebook or TikTok, which are the TikTok is one that we do, one that I'm on most often. Someone is lurking, says there's 2 peeps in here, including myself. It might be me. That might be picking up me. I wanted to make sure that we're looking decent. So tell me if the number does change, because I'm going to close. I wanted to make sure that we're in good shape here. So I'm going to close that window, and you tell me if it disappears. It might just be you. The numbers will increase. I hope that the numbers will increase. Now that I have this all set up, I'll have to advertise a little more often to promote this online. I sent a link to Facebook, to the group, and my personal page. So I'm hoping that some more folks jump on here. And also, one of the things that I've noticed is there's about a 15, 16 second delay between me doing this live and me receiving information from other folks, the chat updating, etc. So there is a little bit of a delay, and that will work on that over time to try to get the feedback a little more synced, I guess you could say. Just maybe there's a mirror universe, Matt or David in here as well, trying to stir up trouble. But wait a second, the mirror universe Matt would have to be clean shaven, because I do have the mustache and beard. So perhaps it would be really nice to get Jamie in here as well. So that's something that I need to do. I need to figure out that part. I need to figure out a way that I could. Oh, you know what I could do? I suppose there's a way I could do that. I don't know if this is going to work. Let's cause some trouble ourselves. I'm going to open up a window to Google, and I'm going to go on to TikTok and see if I can access TikTok, log in. Okay.
Adivinen qué? Historias del
Shush. All right, so I'm going to try to give this a shot here. Use a QR code, use Facebook, use Google. Okay. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but touche. Whoops, I think I'm scared. I scared off whoever it was in here. No, that must have been me. I had a window open so that I could look at the YouTube broadcast as well, but let's see. Give me just a bit here. Can I? No, I can't. I wouldn't. I can log on, but I can't go live. That's what it was. I was trying to see if there's a way that I can access
Today.
Okay. Can I access my followers? Following live. Okay, so I'm going to log in with Google? Question mark? I've never done this before, logging in to TikTok on my computer, especially not while I'm live, but I want to give this a shot. Login success, okay. And that's muted, that's good. Inbox, messages, okay, messages. Okay, I'm going to notify my friends live on youtube.com/3231. So what I'm going to try to do is copy that. I'm going to try to notify folks via message. See if this works. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but let's give it a shot. David, you let me know if folks are dropping in here. Or actually, hopefully they'll be able to communicate that with me through the live chat. This is the part of this is a part of going live of podcasting that nobody sees. Normally it's a lot more exciting than this, but we're gonna. There's a need for it. Even if we get like one person to come in, that would be amazing. That would be a success. How you doing so far, David? Are we still on the air? Okay. How's that? Oh, okay, now that's weird. That promote video I did, this guy commented. This guy commented the following. So somebody just spoke some gibberish, I guess. Okay. All right, I just posted to about 30 people that we are live on the air. I don't know if that's necessarily going to work, but Can I save that? Messages? I guess so. Mobile bookmarks? Sure, why not? Done. Okay. Because what I ended up doing was I went onto Google browser, Chrome. Why don't I just say Chrome? I went onto Chrome and went into TikTok, logged on to TikTok on the browser, went into my messages, and just like dropped a bunch of messages to people, let them know that I'm live. So maybe if someone checks TikTok and they see in their messages that I just said we're live now, maybe they'll jump in. Who knows? That would be swell if that's the case. But I have no way currently to monitor how many people are watching at the moment. So until somebody jumps in the chat. Let's see. Live chat. All messages are visible. So we've only been on for 25 minutes. This may be a short broadcast, but at least I know it works. I'm putting this up, and we're giving this a shot to see if folks will jump in here. In the meantime, so let's see. Hourly update of the local time in Hawaii, 1:32 p.m. Thank you, sir. I did message Bunny. So I'll update everybody here. So we're on the TikTok. We're on the TikToks. And there's a good number of people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we'll say close to 30 people. Folks that are regular folks that are joining our broadcast. Everybody's busy. Everybody's in different time zones. People have stuff that are going on in their regular lives, so I don't expect everybody to jump on exactly the same time and hang out all day. The main focus for a lot of my TikTok stuff is just to be on live streaming, that people can, if they happen to get on TikTok and they're swiping through and they see that I'm on, that they can come on and say hello, and I greet them and we share a little time together. Not expecting a heck of a lot more than that in the meantime. But, and as someone told me, and they're absolutely correct, it takes time to grow a community. It takes time for this stuff to work and for people to get wind of it and to join the broadcast. So as we continue, as we go on, and we make this known that Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or, as David said, 1 p.m. Hawaii time, wherever everybody is, whatever they're doing, they can join. They know that I'll be on a consistent basis. Consistency is key, is basically it, and that it will take time in order for that to grow. Just a simple fact that I got this going, the audio and video and everything hooked up, that I have, doesn't seem to be any problems going on right now so far. And I'll be integrating little things and learning as we go. But the basics, the foundation of it, we're all set. We're doing this live right now. So I'm very happy with that. David, as a matter of fact, tell me what you think. While I'm doing this, tell me what you think of TikTok and going on and broadcasting on there. TikTok is a very interesting thing from my experience. While I'm waiting for David to reply, TikTok is an interesting experience from my perspective, because when I first got on there, I take my time keeping ability of the world's time zones very seriously. When I first got on to TikTok, which was a few months ago, I want to say April or May, when I first started to do it. Short form entertainment, not really my thing. 30 seconds, 1 minute even 3 minutes. I'm not used to that. That's not really the way that I enjoy doing a broadcast. I like, I'm very much a long form type of person. And especially having other people interact with me. It's not just about me saying, I've never really been interested in just saying what's on my mind. Like just, put the spotlight on me, put the camera on me, the microphone on me, and let me just tell you something. It's more the fact of I like interacting with people. It's much more important to me to say something worthwhile that you think is worthwhile than for me to say something that I think is worthwhile. Does that make sense? Because I'll eventually get my point across. Any agenda that I have, anything that I want to discuss, I will be able to discuss. But also, how much better would it be to incorporate an audience and, to incorporate the crowd with this? David replies, TikTok is lit. I can't wait to go live one day, possibly when I'm 99 years old. I'll achieve that goal. I didn't think I would have trouble doing 3-minute TikToks. I found out it's difficult to rush everything in sometimes. It is. Like, you just have to find... The key to it is that you just have to find... you have to find the... what's the word I'm looking for? You have to find the format that suits you. I suppose I could just do a quick 30-second thing of this is what I think. Or, like you said, a 1-minute or 3-minute thing. To be able to fit something that you have on your mind within 3 minutes is a lot tougher than you think. But of course, a lot of that stuff just takes practice. 5 to 7 minute TikToks would be ideal, I think. Yeah. I certainly think that. Well, I always liked radio, and radio's not about just a quick thing. Like it's. I could see why people enjoy it. The bite size, sort of. If you're having a cup of coffee before you do something, or you're on your lunch break or something like that, you just want a quick thing to look at and be like, ha ha ha, swipe, ha ha ha, swipe. I don't have that short term sort of a need for immediate gratification. What's going on? Oh, is it AJ? Al? I forget. AAG Jr. Who that is? Who that? How are you, sir? Is it Al? AJ? Radio is commentary, discussion, community like Nomad Radio, banter. Yeah, banter. It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. There is a little bit of a delay between your message and when I receive it and respond to it. So if you do say something, give it a couple seconds. But we do have somebody there. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Exactly. AJ, buddy. So cool. We've doubled our viewership. That makes me very happy. See, Matt, you just have to wait. Take your time. It'll get there. It'll happen. I'm in such a rush to make this work. But hello, sir. Yeah, TikTok is nice. And if you're going to consume entertainment, once in a while, it's kind of cool just to be like I said, you swipe, somebody does something dumb, you're like, ha ha ha, like Vines, that sort of thing, like the new Vines. But for me, for my pace, for the way that I like to entertain folks, I do prefer something a little more long form. I would rather do a lot and then cut it down in minutes than just kind of shoehorn my thoughts and my feelings immediately into 3 minutes, because it just won't work. It takes me 3 minutes sometimes to form a coherent thought. And I don't know how I sound to you guys, but I think this sounds very toasty. This is like this is I have a lot of bass. Like the EQ on this is gorgeous for me. When Vine first came out, David says I didn't get into it. I didn't get on it. Then one day I did. Next thing I noticed, it was already gone. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I jumped on that, or I found out about it at the tail end of it. Yeah, there are some things that it's nice at the time, and you just gotta, like I said, there's a certain, how do you put it? It's like a flash, a quick thing, like it's instant gratification sort of a thing, you know? And that was 8 seconds, if I remember correctly. That wasn't like, that was way shorter than the TikTok, posts. I mean, I'm used to radio and like Kevin Smith and his podcasts and Nerdist podcast, Smartless. A lot of the what's the new one that someone just turned me on to? My nephew told me about. It begins with a D, but I can't recall it. Markiplier does a podcast with a few others. Do you remember Meerkat? Yep, I was on that for a brief stint as well. Yep. The Meerkat was about the same time I was checking that out. About the same time I was checking out Periscope, just to check alternatives, to see which one it was going to take off. Turned out it was Periscope. But yeah, Meerkat. About the same time I was doing Meerkat and Snapchat and a lot of those the other ones that came about the same time. And there's even like now that I'm getting into live streaming and learning what I can about live streaming, I use OBS because it's a open source. It's in fact called Open Broadcasting Software, I believe it's called. Is what the OBS stands for. Using OBS as open source, it doesn't cost anything, and you get all the basics of running a studio, switching between scenes, and I picked up things along the way for OBS. It's pretty intuitive. There are a couple others, and I can't remember the name of it, but there's one that I saw just recently going on YouTube. There's a gentleman, Michael, I believe it's Michael Ferrer, Fehrer, I think it was. There's a guy that Haps. Yeah, that was a thing. I mean, it got us through. It kept us afloat. It was a nice flotation device until TikTok came along. But there's a guy on YouTube that I watch that I get his tutorials on OBS, and he was mentioning that there's another, and I want to say Prism. I think Prism is the name of it. There's another open source broadcasting software that's similar to OBS that I need to look into as well, and it looks like a decent alternative, but you still need to have the platform to get on there, which is another reason why I'm looking forward to, hopefully with TikTok, you can go live on TikTok. In fact, hopefully I don't mess this up, but I want to show something here. Nope. Never mind. There's another format that I could do on here where I could have it vertical for live streaming. It'd be nice to be able, so basically do this, but in a portrait frame instead of a landscape frame. Yeah, I want to. there is an ability to use a stream key to connect to TikTok, so I could broadcast from my computer to TikTok, so that I could go live and do Nomad Radio straight to TikTok. That'd be kind of neat. It might even take the place of Facebook for my secondary, like Nomad Radio sort of setup. Think AJ left the building. That's all right. It was nice of him to stop by. I'm really surprised that no one else is jumping on board. Unless somebody's left me some messages on my phone. I don't know. I have no notifications, so maybe not. Well, I tell you what. I might just go ahead and call this a broadcast right here. I got everything set up. I know how to plug everything in. All I have to do is unplug them from a power source. I'll keep everything mostly plugged in. Throw it right back in the box. I got this box right here. Extra light, extra webcam. I know that these would be nice for backup, but I don't necessarily need them. What I can do is once I won't tear everything down completely, but it'll be a lot easier for me to unplug some stuff, and not unplug, but unplug from my laptop, unplug from the power source. Sweet deal, great job setting up stuff. Nomad Radio lives on. Indeed, it does. And eventually we'll get. I'll be able to expand it for a guest as well, but not only a live guest beside me, but also virtual guests. I do need to figure out how to get what is it called? Zoom. To get Zoom set up so I could have virtual guests as well. That Zoom, you would think would be much easier to do than another live guest, because that's another microphone and another camera, another light. I would definitely join in virtually. Oh, cool. Very cool. So all I need to do is unplug my headphones, unplug like 3 USB ports. No, 2. I only have 2 USBs plugged into mine. Katie, hi. Is that Katie Lynn? Katie, it's probably like a 15, 16 second delay between when you send a message and when I get it. So my apologies if you got to wait a couple of seconds, but I don't know how to close that gap yet. In time, I'll be able to do that. Problem, have to do it on my smaller screen PC though. Oh, Kat, hi. I know a Katie Lynn, I know a Katie, and a Kat. But thank you very much for coming by the broadcast. I sent like about 30 messages. So, how are you? So this is Nomad Radio. I've been on here for about 43 minutes so far. This was the setup that I'm trying to work on. Although I got to get something better in the background than this. This is I need a darker background, which I do have a solution for. I gotta I got to fix a couple things, but I can get that to work as well. But I made a big step today with the camera, with the light, with the audio. I wonder if I could turn down the light just a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. That's a little bit better. What happens if I turn it down a lot? No, I don't like that at all. I guess that's all right. Am I able to use a green screen on OBS? Pick your own background. Absolutely. Yeah, you definitely can. You can for sure. That's one of the things that I'm trying to figure out. I have a temporary fix. I bought what I need to do is what I would probably have to invest in is like the projector screen sort of things, but it's a green screen. Like it's a bar on the ground and you just sort of lift it up and hook it on like a projector screen, portable projector screen, but it's a green screen instead of white. I probably need to do that. So I do have Katie's my government name, but I go by Kat now that I'm grown. No, that's fantastic. Good to know. Like I said, I just need to get used to people's screen names on YouTube. Nice. Recommend the Cantina on Tatooine. No, for me it would probably be like the Bridge of the Enterprise, Captain's Chair, something like that. I don't know. Or Star Citizen. That's the other one. Sitting in the. So Star Citizen has a ship called the Herald, which is like a data courier type of a ship, where basically it has these hard drives, these banks that it has to, how it works in the game is, so ships go and they look at new areas, new planets, new systems and stuff. They try to find like valuable resources that they can mine in different sectors of space. And so they get the information on what's there, what the land looks like, surveyor type information. And then they take all that data and rather than transmit it out to another area, like where the organization's, kind of like, I'm a scout ship and I'm flying and I'm gathering information, and then I could just broadcast it to the home planet, to the home area, or home office. Anybody can intercept that transmission, get that information, and then get the jump on whatever you're prospecting. So instead of broadcasting something, they basically upload all the data onto these courier ships. So it encrypt the files and stuff, and then basically the Herald would take the information and fly it back and download it to the upload, download. I can't remember. But anyways, they would physically fly through space. So there's a ship called the Herald that has a pilot seat and a secondary seat, which is like this. The only way I can describe it is it's a podcaster's dream. Like it's got all these monitors and stuff, and it looks like a nerd station. That's kind of cool though. Might have asked you this before, but Matt, have you ever gotten to Skyrim? No, I hadn't. Are you still making your game, the role-playing game? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. 10,000 Worlds is in the works. In fact, now that I have the basis for this show on YouTube, now that I know that I can do this and I have the basic setup, once I start doing weekly broadcasts of this, then I needed to get this step taken care of so I could do the broadcast, so that I'm like, okay, I have my weekly Nomad radio show, and now I can focus on other things. So that's while I do this every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'll have other time that I can focus on, something else. So my Wednesday nights will be this. Maybe Thursday night will be something else, or on my Mondays or Tuesday nights or something like that, I can focus on, working on other projects and stuff. So, Ian, what's going on, buddy? Ian, just to let you know, there's about a 15 or 16 second delay. So, my apologies for that. When you send your comment and when I receive it and get a reply to it, it's a little bit of a lag. Sorry about that. But we'll get that all taken care of. Thank you guys for joining the broadcast. You can ask David. I was just about to call it a night because no one was getting on here. But it's nice to see new faces. Or old faces. Familiar faces. How about that? How do we sound, by the way? Do I sound all right? I mean, it sounds fantastic to me. I'm really happy with it, but I want to know what you guys think. This was a major success for me. This was a big plus to be able to do this. Like I feel really happy now that I'm able to get this show on the road, have it look and sound like I want. I've been pretty busy here. Anything new happening with you? Sounds great. Awesome. Good to hear. Anything new happening with me? Well, on TikTok, any chance that I get, most of my free time, like tomorrow morning, I'll probably get up and broadcast on TikTok. But Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern, I'll be doing my weekly show here on YouTube. Other than that, I've had some health concerns that's been kind of bringing me down a little bit, like a little anxiety and depression and all that stuff. You got to deal with that, but sounds clear to me. Awesome, good to hear. There's a lot of personal things that have been occupying my brain and have been hurting my my creativity, my ambition, but I kind of pulled the trigger on. There are a couple pieces missing, like I said, the microphone and what was it? What did I say? The microphone and a cable and the headphones. I just needed to pull the trigger on that, so the other day I did, and here we are. So this is a major step in the right direction for me for this. I love when I catch your lives. I've been missing it. Oh, well, thank you. And yeah, I was just mentioning earlier on, I understand that people have their lives. People are going through their own thing. So, I don't expect everybody to make every broadcast that I do. I broadcast every opportunity that I can, but memo to Matt's brain, shup. Right now, Ian asked, where am I doing this at? So I'm at Smoky's Tobacco and Gifts. It's a cigar bar, a cigar shop. They have pretty much half this building. This is a venue available for rental for parties and gatherings and stuff. It seats about 30 people in here. There's a pool table. There's a dart board and some lounge area, but I'm using it currently in order to do my podcast. And at some point, now that I'm getting this, I'm getting used to this. And as a matter of fact, I need to take off my headset just because I want to see. What I'll probably end up doing is, the sound's not too bad here. So there's a bit of an echo. There's a reverb because this place isn't really protected for sound. I should have taken the headset off a little while ago. This place, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tables of 4. And then another 5 chairs. So yeah, about maybe 40, 50 people could fit in here if we threw a bunch more chairs in here. But when I get on TikTok, again, I'll show you guys. But it's a fantastic place. You can smoke in here. You can drink in here. Next door is a VIP cigar lounge, and next to that is the cigar shop. Really nice bunch of folks that have opened up the venue for me to broadcast here while I can, and eventually it would be really cool if I could do a live show with an audience. But that'll happen in time. Melissa Mopa, how are you, sweetheart? Melissa, I miss you so much. How are you doing? There's about a 15, 16-second delay between when you make a comment and when I receive it, so please be patient with me. But I'm very happy. Like, there's a little bit of setup that I have to do, but it's worth it. Teardown's going to be a lot easier than setting it up. And I'm so grateful that a lot of the extra noise isn't being picked up by the microphone. I'm really happy with that. I bought it. I'm doing. Oh, well, thank you for spending time with me. That delay is almost every platform you use, isn't it? It's just because if there was a hard line, like if I were able to plug into someone's Ethernet, like direct line to the internet. Right now, I'm broadcasting from my laptop through my interface into a laptop, and it's going through my phone being used as a mobile hotspot. So, and then it, eventually gets out to YouTube and then gets to you. So yeah, there is a delay. There's no really any way I can avoid that unless I figured out a way to, to plug in to an Ethernet cable or something like that. I think the mic sounds great and the headphones look awesome as well. They fit really well. They're super comfortable. So yeah, I'm telling my wife how cool you are and what a genuine awesome dude you are. Aw, thank you, Kat. Good investments. Yep. Yeah. So you're in the future. I am. Ooh. Yep. The everything that I purchased is doing great. The next thing that I would have to work on would be a better laptop, but honestly, the fact that I could do this right now, I don't know what the video quality of this is, if this is coming in HD or what, but because I was just looking at it a second ago and it looked fine. I'm recording also, but I don't need to record that in HD. I just need the audio, and the audio sounds great so far. So, no, I'm happy with the quality. I just have this the thing with me is that I have this really tiny laptop screen that I'm looking at. So maybe the next thing I need to do is, Marty, it's the kids, Marty. What, do we become assholes or something? The next thing would be to get a bigger laptop screen or a second laptop screen or something. I've seen those the laptop extension type things, but I don't know. I don't think I have the room. Yeah, I'm running out of USB ports. Even though you never share your iced coffee with me. Hey now. I share my life with you, Kat. Don't ask me to share my iced coffee. There's close, and then there's oversharing. I will share, but I won't overshare. It's a valuable commodity for me. I'll let you in my life, Kat, for crying out loud. Oh, I'm so happy. What a weight off my shoulders. This is working. It's working great so far. It could be better. There a few things could be tweaked, but there's always room for improvement. I don't think I'm going to get everything exactly how I envision it because, for example, when I start the broadcast, I need to start the broadcast before I can check to see if this chat's going to work right. And like I said, the delay I could do something to fix the delay, but YouTube says 5 people watching now. Whoa, awesome. Kate, David, Melissa, Ian. Who's the 5th member? Who's the 5th person? The non-marshmallow kind. Aw, peeps. Hashtag Pam. Pam's peeps. Yeah, what was I going to say? Always room for improvement. Always things I could do to tweak the broadcast to make it a little bit better. But all things considered, these are just minor things. And I have seen on Twitch they do a lot of things where they start the broadcast and set up the broadcast before the broadcast starts, kind of a thing, like a pre-show kind of deal. So, I have the start screen. But I'm seeing the computer's working just fine. I don't have any drop frames. I'm recording it. I'm super happy. The audio sounds good, and I'm not an audio guy. We were just talking about that earlier. I was on TikTok trying to set everything up about an hour before we started. And I couldn't get anything to come into my headphones. And I figured it out all on my own. Like, it's amazing for me. Like, I'm not a technically gifted type of guy. I mean, there's some computer stuff that I can do, like figuring out OBS and all that stuff. But as far as the audio part of it, that's all. I'm really amazed and really pleasantly surprised that I managed to get this to work and sound pretty decent. And also having David there. David, forever shout out to you, man. Like, having Jamie and David and their technical help. They're, having someone on the other end to help me out with this is I appreciate you guys so much. I was telling somebody the other day, I think it was Jennifer. I was telling Jennifer the other day, I'm like, if David wants to help me out with 3231, David will absolutely be a part of 3231. A vital part. The support I appreciate, but also just being able to be like, yes, no, turn it up, turn it down, that sort of direction. That's a huge help to me. And I'm so happy to see green and not yellow and red as far as the signal's concerned. We're doing all right. Tech support, Matt, ring, ring. This is 3231 Industries. Please be aware this call will be monitored for quality. Your call is important to us. Please hold. So hooray. And it's a hurdle. It's an obstacle that we've overcome. And now, next Wednesday is going to be a breeze. So far. Weather permitting, finances permitting. Hopefully my van doesn't blow up, that sort of thing. But audio stuff sucks to troubleshoot. And especially if you don't know the language, like I'm sure. Well, there's a lot to it. Like, Melissa, you can't see the Behringer interface that I have, and you can't see what is on my laptop. So even if you're super skilled with audio, how do you relay it to me if I don't even know the language and you can't see and I can't hear, kind of a thing, where like how do you bridge that? How are you able to tell me what I need to do when you don't know and I can't describe it, you know? My Bluetooth headphones sometimes go on the fritz and I have to reset now and again. But it's reassuring to know that I don't necessarily need to do anything. Like, this works. So far, so good. I don't need a new laptop like I thought I would. I don't need... I'm not missing any cables. Have you and Ben resolved your differences? I haven't talked to Ben. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen there. I mean, I wish him all the best. Certainly no hard feelings in this way, you know, in any way whatsoever. I've been focusing on my stuff, and he hasn't reached out to me, so I guess just onward, you know. Yeah, it's just, you know, the way I see it is I need to figure out how to do this on my own. If I can figure this all out on my own, I don't need to bother anybody else. I don't want to disappoint anybody else. I don't want to rely on anybody else. If people want to help out, I want them to want to help out. And I greatly appreciate the help. But sometimes that's what it takes. Leave the past and continue forward. Yeah. No ill will whatsoever. If anybody wants to be part of my life, they're welcome as a part of my life. If anyone has a problem with the way that I do things, that they want to communicate that to me, I'm not a mind reader, so people need to communicate that to me. Maybe I don't do things the way that other people want them done, but I'm always available to, you know, for feedback and that sort of thing. So sometimes manifesting the audio routing, witchcraft or pure luck. I hear you. I don't know anything about issues with Ben. You should text me and catch me up. Yeah, sure. The best way I can put it is he had things that he wanted done on a certain timeline, and it wasn't. I wasn't working on his timeline. I'm not very good with audio. I'm not very good with computers. There's an issue like with Zoom. I'd like to get the Zoom conferencing and stuff working, but I've YouTube after YouTube video trying to figure out how to make Zoom work, and I can't make it work, and it just frustrates the hell out of me. I have a problem myself. I can tell you my end of it. I have a problem. I get frustrated really easily, and I get overwhelmed with learning certain things. There's certain things I just can't wrap my head around. Like I said, the audio stuff as well. Today, just trying to plug everything in. Like, I know what an XLR cable is, and I know what an XLR cable plugs into. I know what a USB port is, and what plugs into a USB port. So I know I can connect this to the A to B, and you know that sort of thing. But when it comes to once I plug everything in, that's about it. If things don't work, I know that some dials need to go up and down, but I don't know what the dials do. I don't know what the buttons do. I just managed to make this work because I had everything put together. I think Zoom, you can get like 100 people. Is that right? Imagine if we could do that at some point, play 10,000 Worlds over online. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that'd be fantastic to do. There's a certain level that... Hello, Sam. Hello, my love. I know to buy the equipment. I know to plug in the equipment. I don't know how to tweak the equipment. There's a certain level that something's above my pay grade. So I'm trying to I can take a chance, and I can try, like, what does this button do, kind of a thing. That's about the limitations for me. Like what I was just doing with David earlier on. I'd hit a dial or I'd hit a button, and I'd be like, "How does that sound, David?" Or I'd look on OBS and it'd say something about the monitor outputs of whatever advanced audio settings or whatever. I'm like, let me click this button and you tell me if that changes anything. That doesn't work? Okay, I'll click this button. You tell me if that works. And by some miracle, it happened to work. Like you said, pure luck, witchcraft, whatever the case. I managed to make it work. So, when it comes to learning about Zoom, there's some things, there's like a workaround to make Zoom work that I haven't figured out yet. And to get back to what I was talking about, I like the new microphone, by the way. Thank you. The microphone, the headphones, everything's all set up. The previous microphone that I had was a condenser mic, which is supposed to pick up, like, this is a dynamic mic, which basically just picks up directly me to the microphone. This is the microphone that I'm used to, not the kind that are the big cans and stuff. Like the kind of microphone I have on my logo is a microphone that I'm not used to. That type of microphone. I just like it looks cool. So this is actually, I found this Zoom. Go to settings, video camera, and choose OBS camera. Yeah. So there. I know some of that stuff. The issue I had wasn't necessarily connecting Zoom to OBS. The issue was to be able to get the audio to work, the Zoom audio, and to be able to broadcast me into the microphone, into the interface, into the laptop, into Zoom, to the other person, so that they can hear me on Zoom. And then for them to broadcast from them through the computer, through Zoom, into OBS, and into my headphones. I couldn't get the other person's audio to work. So, like I said, there's a lot of different steps, and somehow I wasn't able to get the steps to work. And everything has to go through OBS, so that not only are we doing the back and forth, me to whoever's on Zoom and then back to me, so that we can communicate together, but it's got to go through OBS to be able to broadcast to the people watching. And I just couldn't figure that part out. It was, I've been in sessions, run out to use the restroom, come right back, and no signal. Audio has a, yep. Yeah, like I've been needing to go pee for the past 10 minutes, and I'm afraid to step away from the computer, but I gotta pee bad. Stay hydrated, kids. Well, it's more about the pickup pattern than it is about the type. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because Ben mentioned stuff about min-max and all this stuff, or mix-minus. I'm sorry, not min-max. Mix-minus and all these terms for audio that I'm like, no idea. It's also found this. I don't know if it helps at all. Be a man and hold that bladder. I'm a 50-year-old man, so bear that in mind. I'm doing what they call in entertainment parlance, the professional technical term is the pee-pee dance. In order to send audio out of OBS, you will need a plugin called Audio Monitor. Audio Monitor plugin, I do have that. Audio Monitor plugin is important. Audio filter, which allows you to find the audio sources you would like to send to Zoom and apply the Audio Monitor filter. Oh, so you're looking that up on Zoom and not on OBS? Again, I'm reading that. I know the words, but so. This is the exciting, fun part of the broadcast, kids, where we talk about reading a technical manual on connecting Zoom with OBS. This is where the community comes in handy, where It would be fantastic if I just could find somebody in the city of Knoxville that can look at the computer and go like, oh, you just need to done. I don't know. Just Google some stuff. I have no idea. Never used OBS. David is a very techie guy. He can Google with the best of them. He's a Google machine. I do use Zoom for some apps, but still don't know much about it either. But let me say, again, thank you guys so much for joining the broadcast. I am so happy I am in this place right now and things are working. Like, this is fantastic. And I really have to pee. You should do the pee-pee dance when you get on Dancing with the Stars. I'm going to be really quick. I don't think I could do it. Hold on just a second. Okay. I apologize. Was it professional of me to get to continue the broadcast and run to the bathroom? No, but you know what's also unprofessional? Urinating on yourself in a public place. Your patience and your understanding is appreciated. Nothing blew up, right? We're not on fire. Is everything okay? Did the internet explode? I'd much rather you use the... Thank you, Sam. Thank you for that. Like I said, I appreciate your patience and your understanding. Stay hydrated, kids. I drank about 2 gallons of water today, so... My mind is at ease. So good. Also unprofessional would be peeing on camera. I don't know. Depends on your profession, wouldn't it? The wrong platform, maybe? Some people make very good money. We won't talk about that, but I'm just saying. Oh, speaking of content, let's reel this in a little bit. Depends on your viewer. That's what I'm saying. Speaking of content, so on TikTok, they have there's subscriptions available. You can subscribe through TikTok, and possibly it's pretty much anyway. On TikTok, you can for $5.99 a month, you can be a subscriber. If I get a certain amount of subscribers, I'm going to give certain subscriber privileges. Save that for OnlyFans, exactly. So, I'm pretty much using TikTok as a trial platform for. I know, Sam. I'm so glad that you subscribed. I am using TikTok as an experiment, a trial basis training wheel sort of thing for what I eventually will end up doing on Patreon. Eventually I want to set up a Patreon for like exclusive content, exclusive privileges that the general public won't get. This broadcast that you're seeing right here, Nomad Radio on YouTube, this right here will be the general available for free Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, a weekly basis. This will be a free broadcast that I will do. for, like I said, for anybody to tune in and be a part of the broadcast. But the next step would be I want to do other shows regarding certain topics, 10,000 Worlds, for example, or Melissa, we came up with Only Hugs. That's right, Only Hugs. So the plan would be, let's say, Nomad Radio is a 2-hour show. What I would do, like peeing on camera, the peeing on camera segment, that will be part of the exclusive, super exclusive content. That's one of the higher tiers. And by tears, I mean I will be crying. You have to pay extra for that. No, what the plan is, eventually, I will try to format this show, Nomad Radio, to have certain segments at certain times. I definitely would like to save it for the end of the broadcast. There you go. So let's say, I'm just using this as an example. If Nomad Radio is a 1-hour show or a 2-hour show, let's say 2 hours, I could use the first half hour to just do general conversation. I could use the last half hour to do like Q&A or something along those lines. Or that could be the first 15 minutes and the last 15 minutes of the show. Let's say that as an example. The middle hour and a half, the middle segments, I can break up into half an hour or 15-minute whatever chunks, 20-minute chunks, whatever. To be like, okay, for this 20 minutes, it'll be Alliance of Violence. We'll talk about wrestling. For this, for these 20 minutes, we'll talk about, sci-fi or movies or whatever. Maybe the 10,000 Worlds. For the next 20 minutes, we'll talk about the role-playing game that we're doing. And I'll talk about things. I will mention, there'll be segments on a certain topic. Eventually, what will happen is each of those segments, the short 20-minute conversations that we have, or 15 minutes or whatever, the short segments that we have will each be their own individual show that won't be available for the general public. It would basically be available for subscribers. It's subscriber-only content that we'll take the bulk of that show and we'll condense it down. We'll chop it up to make it like a preview, or there's probably a better way to describe it, but I think you get the point. We do a 2-hour or like a 1-hour 10,000 Worlds show that's only available for subscribers in live chat, and then we take the highlights of that 1-hour podcast and we condense it down to about 15 minutes, and we talk about it on Nomad Radio. Matt, we need to converse about business ideas and such, somehow monetize it. Absolutely. Like an after party would be on pattern, carrying the show over. Yeah. Like an overview, a clip of a condensed version. No, not condensed version. What am I looking for? Like a review of the highlights of the 1-hour show in 15 minutes. That way we can say this episode of 10,000 Worlds, or this segment 10,000 Worlds, brought to you by such and such. So people that are watching this for free can be like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. I might want to be a part of that, so I might want to subscribe so I could be a part of the subscriber-only, Patreon-only, whatever, broadcast. That's the idea anyway. And considering so many different things that we can do, I eventually would love to incorporate music and stuff as well. So if we did a 2-hour Nomad Radio, I could even play a song in between or do ad reads in between, the segments and stuff. Ideally, in a dream world, I would have no problem playing like paying BMI or ASCAP fees in order to play licensed music, to be able to like legit radio 3 songs and then hello everybody, welcome to the program, there's the topics of conversation, and then do an ad read eventually. Like, I would love to break that up so that people could get a feel. Like, I enjoy so much Rick Dees and Paul Harvey and Dr. Demento and all these things, all this the radio show aspect of it. I enjoy it so I miss it so much that I want to incorporate music. And maybe it's not like licensed music. Maybe it's that's the other thing as well. BVRL is another segment, another separate broadcast, but BVRL is Be Vocal, Rock Local, where I would feature a local artist, a local band, a local business. And by local, I don't necessarily mean local to Knoxville, but local as in mom and pop, brick and mortar type of a deal. People that are trying to break out with their own thing. And if any artists want to contribute artwork, if any musicians, any bands want to contribute their work as well, I want to feature them. Which could carry over live, as in if there was somebody in Knoxville. I have a venue right here that seats about, I'm saying if someone like Mr. Beast or PewDiePie can become huge viral sensations from literally nothing, we can do. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. As long as we do it smart, we can absolutely do stuff like that. Yeah. The potential is, it's, to me, I see that I have the vision that we could do something like that. Yikes, I got to run. Have fun. Stay. All right. Bye, Melissa. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for being a part of the broadcast. Love you very much. So yeah, if we have a room right here, a venue that could seat 40 people easy, we could have a little corner for like a live band, some sort of musical act. We could have people digitally send music that we could put on a playlist. There's potential for some amazing stuff that we could do on here. And the major, like I said, the foundation's already here. I have a table, I have the audio, I have the video, using social media, connecting with people. We have the positive energy, we have the community. So much room for activities. I don't want it just to be me with a phone shoved in my face and be like, "Hi, how you doing?" I mean, that's great, but I really want to have a professional show. Does that mean Nomad Radio is always going to be 2 hours? No, it may be an hour. It may be an hour and a half. I don't know. That's one of those things that we could always tweak. It's whatever works best for the community, whatever looks nice, whatever sounds nice. And depending on the other part of it is as well, depends on having this place set up available to me. Maybe like I know that they have there's a group that comes in here on Tuesday nights. So Tuesday nights would not be available for me. Monday nights, maybe. Maybe I could come in on a Monday night and we could do our 10,000 Worlds broadcast and then do our all this the subscriber stuff. Maybe that we could do that on one night. I come in, set everything up by 7:00. We do 10,000 Worlds for an hour, and then we do Alliance of Violence for an hour, or 10,000 Worlds and 10,000 Worlds. I know for sure would be a good one because I definitely have a lot of content that we could make from 10,000 Worlds for sure. There's talking about the different genres of fantasy and sci-fi and all that, character creation, talking about the different aspects of creating a role-playing game or playing a role-playing game, and then actually doing the thing, the actual playing of the game kind of thing. And having that community involvement would be fantastic. It's just trying to find the right night that we could do that on a consistent basis. But I'm trying to think of the other shows that I had in mind. 10,000 Worlds, Alliance of Violence for Wrestling, BVRL, but that's like, I don't know how I could make that into an entire hour show unless we do a BVRL where we have a musical guest and they do a couple things and we broadcast that. I don't know about that. What else was there? $1 Million. That was another one. $1 Million would be like just this talking about TV and movies and rebooting, talking about like making a new Back to the Future movie, or how would we gonna do a review of a movie that we've seen, or a TV show, TV series, or something like that we've seen, like Fringe. Like, how would you bring Fringe back? Who would you cast as Batman? The certain things like that. So I was just thinking of a quote. Couldn't remember who said it. I also looked up. I think it applies. Sure. Very best investment you can make is one that you can't beat, can't be taxed, not even inflation can take away from you. Ultimately, there's one investment that supersedes all others. Invest in yourself. 3231. I don't know who said that. No. Invest in yourself. Nope. But that's the essence of 3231, man. For our rock is not like their rock. Let even our enemies judge this. I'm invested in me. Invested in the vision. That's the reason why I get so frustrated sometimes, because it's like, I can't shake this. This is who I need to be. This is where I need to be. I need to make this happen. And Warren Buffett, nice. That's cool. Yep. I have no choice in this. I need to make this happen. That's the reason why I get so passionate and so frustrated and overwhelmed and emotional, because I don't see anything else for me. This is what I need to invest me in. I need to make Nomad Radio happen. I need to make, I need to make content. I need to go live. I need to have a crowd, have a community of people that can contribute as well, because it's necessary. Necessary for my sanity, necessary for others. So, yeah, absolutely. It's the same reason why I got into a van. Same reason that, I think about traveling the U.S. and it's like when Pam passed away, even before Pam passed away, it was really important to me when I was in the band. I knew I wanted to entertain. I knew I wanted to be creative. I knew I wanted to make a thing, to have a legacy. And at first I thought it was music. I thought it was the band. I thought it was, making songs, making albums. But now I realize that it's not necessarily the type of entertainment that I make, as long as I make entertainment, as long as I make content. I hear you. I have a need to be able to go further and learn a trade, to do things on my terms and not what anybody else tells me. Yeah. That thing that drives you. And especially since Pam passed away, me being on my own, I'm really taking stock of how many minutes I have left on this earth, how many hours, how many years I have left on this earth. Not knowing the answer to that question, it means that every one of those minutes and hours and years, that time that I do have, that I'm not sure how long it's going to be here, I need to make the most of it. I need to capitalize on all these moments, all this time or whatever time I have left. So I got to make it count. And so, that's why I sort of strip everything else away and focus on being positive, encouraging other people, supporting other people in their passions, and having fun. Like I said, putting smiles on people's faces. For sure. Okay, end of rant. End of preaching. My precious. That's right. My precious. Jenna, hello. So I don't know if messaging people on TikTok was a success or not, but hi, Jenna. Oops, hold on a second. How are you, my dear? All right, I'm going to try not to mess this up. Hold on one second. Hold on right quick. Can I make David a moderator? How do I get that to work? Add moderator. Cool. Great to see you too. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure I got that working. David, you now have the power. You got the touch. Struggle as always, but I'm here. I appreciate that. Thank you for I'm nice to see you popping in at all. I appreciate that. I've been telling people that have been strolling in here that just having your faces, just seeing you at all, I appreciate it. I know everybody's got a life, everybody's doing their thing, especially you. You're super busy. So David might have an icon. David, you got the wrench? Wait for David to hit me with a comment here. Does he have the wrench? Or did I just mess up everything? So there's a little bit of a delay, about a 15, 16 second delay between when you comment. There you go. Boom. I see it. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, things are moving forward. We got this. So now that I know that we can make this work, I'll have to do some tweaking. I'll have to do some adjustments here and there. The bars above and below the broadcast, I might have to or rather shrink those a little bit. Like there's a little bit too much empty space that I need to fill up. There will eventually be for alerts and everything, like new subscribers and sponsors, that sort of thing. I want to have those available, but if I'm not mistaken, these can adjust. Went for MRI today, left in a panic attack. I can't be forced in a box. Headaches are worse trying to figure it out. Oh, man. Jenna. I'm sorry you got to go through that. Yeah, absolutely. That sucks. Man, oh, man. Bubble fund. Hashtag bubble fund, for sure. I've had an MRI before. It's not fun. Yeah, I had an MRI. Was it an MRI? Yeah. I had to take out my earrings back when I was up in Maine. I had to do or was it an MRI or was it a CAT scan? I think it was an MRI that I had taken. Oh, I'm sorry you had to go through that. They did request an open MRI next time. Well, I mean, and I'm 6'3", and I mean I'm a big dude, so it was super. Like I could feel it pressing on my shoulders. Like that's very. I mean, that's some scary stuff. That hits that spot where you're like, I don't want to be claustrophobia or whatever. Like, ugh. It's a shame. Well, I hope you get that all worked out. And again, thank you very much for stopping by the broadcast again. It's nice to catch up with you. So many people, so many of my friends that I've known for so many years, getting them back on here is awesome. Blood pressure was 150/82 a week ago due to my headaches, and they're wanting to make sure I don't have blood clots. That's like me on a regular basis. I am 150/90, 150/99. I'm like, my blood pressure is bad. There have been times where I've been like 180/100. Like I'm putting a lot of stress on my heart. So I get what you mean. Not to immediately say what's wrong with me when you say what's wrong with you. I don't mean to make it sound like that. I'm just saying, like, I understand. I definitely can sympathize. I think for me, the thing that I need to figure out is the whole sleep apnea thing. I need to get a sleep study done for me. I try to check in when I can. Oh, I appreciate that. Your family, 3231 community is a family. Well, okay. I think that's going to be the end of our broadcast because I'm looking at the time. It's been like an hour and 45 minutes. I think that I may wrap this up for tonight. I'm going to get back on TikTok and tell everybody what a great thing this was and that they missed out on it because it was awesome. And promote future episodes of 3231. So now that I have the audio and the video taken care of, now that I have the venue taken care of, now that it seems like I know exactly what we need to do, I can unplug everything and put it in a box, and it'll be exactly where it needs to be for the next broadcast. It's scary not knowing. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Medical stuff. Like I said, hashtag bubble fund for sure. My health been okay? Yeah, my health. I'm high blood pressure, of course. I'm taking meds for it. I have a blood pressure monitor that connects to my phone, and anytime I take a reading, it goes to the nurse's office or goes to my health provider. A nurse contacts me if there's any issues, asks if I have any symptoms. I haven't had any real symptoms. Like I've had some discomfort once in a while, but like a lot of it's just me being tired or just, the regular aches and that sort of thing from, slouching or bad posture or sometimes, like I said, I don't sleep amazingly. And there's also the fact that, like I said, I'm 6'3", so at work I hunch over the whatever table, whatever workspace I'm on. So, and I probably could sit up straighter as well. But yeah, so far so good. Not too bad. Blood pressure monitor as well. Yep. But yeah. My diet, I drink water constantly. I eat vegetables constantly. A little bit of chicken. Try to stay away from the salt and the fat and sugar. So that's one of the reasons why I've been in such a bad mood lately and been haven't been doing too much creatively just because I've been so caught up in my health because I'm so frustrated that I don't know what else I need to do. So I don't exercise a lot. I walk every once in a while, and especially at my job. I deliver pizzas, so I'm always in the car, out of the car, walking to a house, walking back from a house, upstairs, downstairs, that sort of thing. So I'm moving. Not every day of the week, but I'm moving. And could I do more? Absolutely, I could do more. I could walk more. There's a park nearby. I could go to the park every once in a while. And that's something that I do plan on doing. I'm not extremely motivated to do that every day. But I refuse to believe that that's the thing that's stopping me. I would be super healthy if I just exercised more. I'm like, come on. I'm trying to eat right, I'm trying to sleep right. I'm trying to, stay away from certain foods. And, I'm taking the medication and stuff like that. It's like, it can't be the fact that, I just don't go for a walk one day. So I think the main thing may be my sleep pattern, or my sleep apnea. I need to get that taken a look at. So maybe we need a monitor that's linked to the doctors. You might want to look into that. But yeah, so I've been concerned about my health, trying to take whatever steps I can, and they're like, I'm not feeling any symptoms, but I have high blood pressure, and it's just something that I gotta live with, I guess. They did blood work on me, and my diabetes, my glucose level has been pretty good. I haven't really had any aches and pains, or the inflammation or whatever. And my feet haven't been swelling or anything like that. So, I thought about stationary bike pedals, so when I'm not able to walk, I can move my body. Yeah. But yeah, my mood has been affected for sure. My motivation has been affected dealing with all this health shit. So but all right. So I'm going to end the broadcast here. This is a success. I need to start exercising more as well. If you can find the motivation, if you can get yourself up and moving, more power to you, because it's tough for me. But yeah, I'm going to end the broadcast here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you for your patience and understanding with me getting this back up and running after weeks and weeks and weeks. We got this. We're in an awesome position right now to get this continuing for Nomad Radio, but inflammation levels are high. So you guys got to catch up on the chat. But okay, I'm going to end the broadcast. Have a wonderful night. Please connect with me on social media, on TikTok and what have you. I'd love to hear from you guys. I understand with the unmotivated right there with you. So 3231 right down there. You see the screen name at 3231 on all my socials. You can go to 323.1 in order to connect with my socials and pretty much anything 3231 that I got going on right now on TikTok and Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Pinterest, Discord. Like, there's a ton of stuff on there. But you can feel free to check that out. And, of course, follow me if you haven't followed me yet. If you're watching on YouTube and you have not subscribed, you have not hit the bell, you have not liked, please do so. Like the show and subscribe and all. Do I have that? Hold on one second. Do I have that? I don't have that. I used to have the thing that shows up, and I don't have the thing that shows up. Oh, because that was on my... Never mind. That was on my computer, not my laptop. But yeah, please, by all means, follow me if you haven't followed me yet. And please share the broadcast with your friends. Most important part of this, if you know anybody that's interested in being a part of the community, hanging out with people and talking and enjoying nerd culture and supporting each other, mental health, all those issues. Anybody that you think may need to hear a friendly voice, that maybe want to join in and be a part of this, by all means, please share it. But yeah, I thank you very much for hanging out with me, and I will talk to you guys again very soon. Definitely on TikTok, I do live streaming very often, and of course with Nomad Radio every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here, youtube.com/3231. But I love you guys very much, and you have a great evening. Love you. Bye.